last night we were at your concert, and I saw a lot of older guys with their kids watching you guys.
Those were their dates.
So it was
Thank you very much, Tito. Tito, is that you? Did you bring some kids for me?
Yeah, go on. You were trying to finish this question.
Oh,
go
my
on.
God.
We're all ears.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm all ear, man.
there's you know, a few generations, you know, to hear your music. I mean, isn't that great?
Well, when you've been around as long as we have, it's kind of, you know, expected, really.
Most of the original fans are dead.
Oh, wow. No, it's actually...
I like it.
let me get serious for 1 second here.
Oh, why bother?
No, this is good. What we've noticed last, let's say 5 years, a lot of people have been bringing their children. And it's really cool that obviously the parents have been playing their favorite music, and after a while, once their children are old enough, they've begun to dig it. And it's wonderful, because now we get all these young people at our concerts, and you think, wow.
Yeah, you're creating a brand new
it's lovely.
a bunch of fans. Isn't that great?
We're very lucky that way.
Well, it's just good to know that our music is, you know, that they appreciate our music, because it is good, honest music. And I think that's what's lacking in rock and roll today.
I mean, last night too, even though there were some problems, technical problems, you guys looked like you were having a lot of fun.
Oh yes, we always have fun.
Dude, my whole life is fun. My whole life. When you look up fun in the dictionary, my face is there going. I just, you know, I have a great life, man. This is a blessed life. God, thank you, God. When the house lights go down, and you walk out there and the crowd's screaming and stuff like that, and they know it and they're singing along with them, it's a great feeling. I mean, it's the best buzz in the world, man.
Oh, you see, too much stereo. It's wonderful.
It's all of this.
So how about Toto keeping up with the technology and all this Toto network and all this internet thing? What's up with that? Explain this a bit more.
Well, obviously the internet is the future. I mean,
What's now?
It is. I mean,
It's here to stay.
Any facet of art or, you know, music, whatever, movies, the internet is the future. People don't watch TV anymore.
You're in touch with fans and all this, the fan base and everything.
Yeah,
You're like really into it, right?
You can actually be in touch with your fan base without being like, come to my house and stay for a week. You know what I mean? It's like,
That'd be too nice.
They stay forever.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you can answer questions and still retain some sort of a being anonymous. You know, I mean, you can still have your private life.
You know, the problem with it is that everyone's privacy is being encroached upon.
That would be privacy.
And it's very difficult to keep, you know, just your own private life together, because it's the reality syndrome. Everybody wants to know what you're doing. They're not so much interested in what you do, our performance. They want to know the ins and outs. B-roll has become the most kind of watched thing on DVDs. So it's great, but it's also
sad.
It can be.
It's sad but true.
Well, Lee, you were talking to me just.
I was lying, though.
Just minutes ago about that you're doing a lot of things for the Toto network.
Yeah, I got involved actually because they established the Toto network and asked me to come on as a correspondent, and I did that for a year before the kind of opportunity that I've had to come out and play with these guys while Mike's getting well. It's been really fun. I really enjoy it. I have no problems going in there. I've gotten to know a lot of people, and they come out when we play their cities. They show up at gigs, and we get to film them. I film constantly, whether these guys like it or not. And I do have some films that I will be putting on after they throw me out of here.
That was really fun last night. You know, you come out and you film the audience.
To walk out on stage and film the audience, to watch people go crazy. And then when I post it on the network, a lot of people write in that they can see themselves in the front row. And
cool.
It's pretty sweet. I mean, it's really sweet.
Now, Simon, for instance, what do you prefer, the recording? I mean, in a session person, or do you like more the stage? What would you rather?
You know what? I just don't want to do either of them too many times or too much. I like to have a nice balance between the two. See, I love creating new music, and the only problem about going on the road, you're playing the same music all the time. And it's quite an art to try to play that music as though you're playing it for the first time, you know? There's nothing like, for a musician, there's nothing like creating new music. That's our art. That's really what it is. However, when you make a record, it's almost like a blueprint. Yeah. And when you go out to promote it and play it live, that's when you actually kind of relearn the music and almost learn a better way of playing it. So it's both great, and you cannot replace playing in front of an audience. I mean, that's where there's no audience in the studio.
Yeah. How do you feel about that, too?
You're wrong.
Well, I'm a sucker for live. I will live and die on the road. To me, the biggest rush is the house lights go down, the crowd's up there, and you walk on stage and you play.
They're screaming.
And you only get one shot at whatever you're doing. This is the real thing. Yeah. Mistakes or no mistakes. I mean, we all make mistakes, but most of the time it's pretty spot on. When I play with musicians of this caliber, the triple A guys, then you got to bring your game, because like they're bringing their game, so you got to be as good as as they are, or at least try to be. Yeah. But in the studio, it's like much like painting. Yeah. You paint and you sit back and go like, do I need some more color? Do I need a little more blue? Do I need a little more red? And you're able to do that.
Right, but I get as much joy and satisfaction over being in the studio when, let's say, you create a mix and it's just right. I mean, to me, that's the most incredible moment.
It's magical, isn't it?
You comp a vocal. And you spend, a couple of hours comping a vocal, and you get the final thing, and you go...
Couple hours, my ass. Couple of days.
No, it never takes that long. And then you end up, and you play it, you bring the singer back in, and you play it to them, and they listen, they go, wow, that's it. It's great.
Do I sing that good?
Yeah.
It's
to me, and that really, that does, it does the same to me as it does playing on stage when it really clicks. It's just two different things about it.
Yeah. What about you, Lee? You played awesome.
I've really enjoyed both, but I think if I was given a crossroads in my life and they said you have to choose one or the other, I would choose live. I look at it like live as being the race car driver and the studio as being the mechanic, and I'm happier behind the wheel than behind a wrench, but I enjoy wrenching. So it's one of these things, but it's one of these things that if you can have the balance.
Wrenching or wrenching?
Well, a little of all of it, and a couple of others. But if you can have balance, balance is always the ideal thing. Yeah, but I still
do that every time I get back to my hotel room every night.
I've seen you.
You guys have a great
wrenching or balance?
Do you guys know where your hard rock memorabilia is?
I've wondered that. I've been told this, but hey, how would we know? There's so many places all over the place.
I think we all have. I mean, I've given guitars up, and I think, Lee, you've given...
I've donated stuff, but where it ends up, we don't know.
Well, they keep changing it.
But you have done it.
Yeah, from years ago, too, yeah.
You have given how many guitars?
Just one.
How does it feel to see it up on...
I've never seen it up anywhere.
No.
It's probably like the hard rock, like, in hell. Or something like that, like my guitars.
I mean, I gave them one of my guitars, too.
One of your guitars.
Right there.
Ignore me. He's showing his tattoos. That's more important.
Lee knows where his guitars are. Tell us.
One of my favorite basses is now hanging over the entrance to the Tampa Hard Rock Hotel. I have basses in Reykjavik, New York, Hollywood, London. They got like 15 of my basses. They came to the house one day when I wasn't home, and they just stole them all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's terrible. You can't trust anybody.
Geez, they don't ask me for one.
When we went to
I don't rate.
When you and I went to Dallas and we did that presentation down there at the Dallas Hard Rock, didn't we go together on that?
No, that was somebody else.
Oh, that was some of the professionals.
That was the other one.
That was a good guitar player.
Yeah, that was the guitar player from Cinderella. I'm sorry. I was just seeing that hat and shit.
Don't back it. Those guys are nice cats. They're my friends. Come on.
But the glasses are freaking me out, and I just...
You love my whole look? I'm kind of
going
going for this like Bret Michaels, like rock.
It looks hot. It looks hot. And having such a great relationship and being friends and being on the road together must be also an awesome experience. No?
Actually, we don't like each other. We're suing each other right now.
We hate each other.
We're in litigation. This is all a facade.
I have to tell you, the relationship, the relationship of being in a band for many years is a very special one. We have probably spent, you and I, the last 10 years more time with each other than we have with our wives, I would say.
Ooh,
know,
quite an
It's quite amazing.
All I have to say is he's got a pretty mouth.
You know, you spend a lot of time together, and it's a great relationship. It's just like a marriage. It's up and down. Sorry, am I getting too deep for you?
I was just going to say he knows every pimple on your back.